Send gradient
That's
chip.
words. Androids, probably, maybe. Allegedly?
It's okay because previous character's dead, so
Sure.
you're all not androids anymore.
So, you guys made it through the section you were in, and you found a new companion. Because you lost a companion. Unfortunately.
No one cares.
Bessie is no more.
Especially Bessie. They
Huzzah!
can't care.
Huzzah! Bessie did not get copied, unfortunately.
No
As
more
far
Bessie.
as we know. Outside of the original copy, we saw Bessie. So,
There
who knows
was
what happens
another
there.
at least.
Yeah. What's your new character's name again?
Blake Goodyear
Blake Goodyear. Okay, Blake.
of the good years.
They stopped making tires 1 year and just
Yeah.
started killing people.
Once everybody went to space, they just kind of
Like, well, shoot.
my business. So, you guys recently went through a big maze of cages and things. You explored quite a lot of the floor you were on previously, but you decided a few ways were not the direction you're going to go so soon because there were pretty deadly looking things there. I think there was a bunch of steel wires across one of the things. You're like, we're just not even going to touch that. Who knows if that's going to set off a bunch of traps or whatever. You backtracked and you found your way here. You were in a very clinical looking entrance, just like white walls and white floor and all that kind of stuff. Just a small waiting area. There's a ladder leading out and it's like a big double door leading farther into this place. At the very top of that door frame are some big words in red letters labeled brain construction.
Oh, good.
And Blake is aware that this is some sort of very sciencey biological lab where a lot of manufacturing goes on here.
I think there's a second android floating around that I've not harvested yet. If we want to, does that sound right? Because I think we found me
Yes.
harvesting one, but I think there was another one also.
That one explodes.
I think, how many security android cores do you have in how many logic cores do you have in your inventory? So there were 3
One.
total. Okay.
I can
So there
just
could be
add the
2
3.
more, yeah.
Okay.
You could have been harvesting the last one and have
Sounds good to me.
Did you kill these?
I don't recall. What I do recall is kind of coming to and prying it out of the head. So I suppose that implies I did kill him, but I mean,
You
I don't-
forget quite a bit when you start to see red.
I don't really have. I mean, I got a
Especially
crowbar.
with children.
I highly doubt that I killed all these with a crowbar. I don't really have the skills. I mean, I can take care of myself, but kill 3 of these things? No, I don't think that was me.
Pussy.
Are you an android?
I hope not. Can't abide the things. Maybe I was prying this one's brain out. That or the, immense amount of wealth you can get from selling it.
You haven't seen other guys walking around that suspiciously look exactly like you, have you?
No.
Or us.
Do I remember having seen any of these people before?
any of these people?
Yes.
I'm going to say no.
Okay. Not that I recall.
Okay.
Should I have?
I hope not.
You're trying to tell me you're androids?
Trying
No.
to tell you we don't know. You might be, though.
Our former companion fell into the delusion of believing that she was an android.
What happened to her?
Not good things.
Yeah, sounds about right.
She did not know how to mind her own business.
Uh-huh. That'll get you.
You haven't talked to Monarch, have you?
I try to mind my own business.
Dickie's bored of this and he's going to enter whatever the closest door is.
The brain reconstruction.
So there's a ladder above you, which is technically sort of a door, and then there's an actual door on the wall.
Door.
Okay, door. So you walk over to the brain construction lab, and
Perpetually gun forward like it's an FPS.
excellent. Just like hoist it up enough so it's kind of in your vision, but you're not actually looking down the sights, just so it's kind of blocking where you're looking.
It needs to be.
Yep. Perfect.
Or it's dead center room style. You just kick back
Exactly.
directly into my neck.
The FOV on the gun is somehow narrower than the world around you.
Blake, you kind of gotta watch Dickie. He's not real discriminate about which direction he points that thing.
I do kind of get that vibe.
What? Just pointed at whoever you're currently talking to.
I know plenty about trigger discipline. You stay disciplined and keep your finger on the trigger
I'm pretty okay.
for killing.
I did get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
Who's gonna argue with somebody who says that? You know?
Not the one with the gun.
Yeah. Okay.
This is why command comes after fire.
Yeah. So through that door, there's a short hallway, and then it opens up into a much wider room. And that wider room has a huge tube of glass that you can see in front of you, and it goes off to the side and arcs around. It's like a massive loop of like a glass tunnel. But it's inside this room, and inside the glass tunnel, you can see it's got an absolute shit ton of sand just flowing through it in a circle constantly at a very high speed.
How wide is the tube? Is the tube, are its ends closed off? Is it just like a sideways crazy straw in the middle of the room, or is it like a hamster tube that you're supposed to walk through?
It does look like you could get in and walk through it, yeah. And the tube is about 15 feet in diameter. It's
Okay.
pretty tall. Pretty big thing. And there are like points along it where you could get inside and walk.
I see.
Is there enough sand in it where if we opened it, the room would fill?
I don't know that the room would fill. It does seem like the points where you could enter it are designed for that purpose. So it's not like somebody has broken in.
But if I were to break it,
If you were to break it, that it would certainly coat the floor at least.
well, that's less worrying.
I mean, the tube itself is housed within the room and is therefore smaller than the room, so it couldn't fill the room. But it looks like a self-contained loop rather than like sand coming in from somewhere else.
Interesting.
There we go.
It's just like the same amount of sand being recirculated.
So what on earth does this have to do with brain construction?
Nobody knows what brains are made out of.
I don't think they're made of sand. I don't know.
What's the meme about computer chips just being sand we struck with lightning and tricked into thinking?
Yeah. I do feel like I remember being told to shake all the sand off my coat back in basic training on account of sand being real bad for the air ducts in space. I don't remember what a duck or an air duct even would have any what the sand would do to it, but I was hit a lot back then in the head. I don't think sand's a good thing usually is what I'm trying to say.
You were in the military.
I was in basic training.
How many teeth did you collect?
I don't think I got that far.
I had 37.
That's a lot.
One for each person.
Wow.
Good times.
One for each person that had teeth left after their body.
Duncan, I'm not sure we traded up.
I miss that necklace.
Is there?
Now we got
Two
two
doors
of them.
leading out of here.
Okay.
One on the very far side of the room and one off to the left.
Starting to stink. You can't wear your teeth necklace anymore. It's bad for morale.
All these rooms are 0G, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned.
Okay.
Those androids are floating around. The sand is being
That makes
pulled
sense,
through the
yeah.
tube. That's why it's not like.
Are there other doors in here?
There are two more doors. Yeah, one all the way across and one off to the left.
I got them down on here.
Very
Is there
good.
anything else in the room?
That appears to be the only real fixture
Okay.
here. I mean, like there are sort of not pathways along the floor, but clearly like spots where mag boots would work, so you could pull yourself
Gotcha.
out to the tube and stuff like that. But no other fixtures other than just like maintenance access to
The McDonald's play place for sand.
For doing sandworms.
If you're gonna break that, can you just warn us first?
I don't want sand in my eyes in space.
Space eyes. Space Saiyan, Space Eyes.
It's fucking everywhere. You have a helmet.
Yeah, but like, who knows what you're gonna break next? Do I have a helmet? Hold on, let me see what I'm wearing. I don't think I have a helmet actually. Yeah, I have loungewear. That's all I have for equipment.
You don't
I don't have a helmet.
Yeah, you did find somebody without a spacesuit. Don't you?
I say, but I agree with you when you say yeah. I don't even seem to like process that I'm not wearing a helmet. I may have been wearing an actual spacesuit before whatever caused me to wake up here.
Is Blake just an alien trying to fit in with you? Like, yeah, of course, my helmet. Of course.
He's from 1995 and has no idea how he got it.
I'm gonna give him my vac suit.
Ah,
Well, thank you.
that's fair.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
gave you a gun and they gave you a suit. It's really fucking paying off.
So, are you searching this room more thoroughly, progressing through one of the doors? What is your plan here? Experimenting with the tube of glass and sand?
I don't want no tube. I'm gonna go in the left door.
It becomes the tube command. Alright, you go through the left door. Which leads you down another long hallway. It seems like this part of the facility, you keep walking through these hallways that have glass panels down the side, and it's like you're in a bunch of interconnected rooms that just have
Interesting.
like pipes between them. So you can kind of see like the shape of some of the rooms nearby, but there's just a lot of clusters of these rooms. It almost looks like each of them could be disconnected and dropped off if need be, but none of them are.
We may actually be in a giant hamster cage.
You are in a
so.
giant hamster cage, yes.
In
So after you
space.
go through
In
one of
space.
these hamster pipes, you end up in a room that is much smaller than the last one you went through, and you can see that ahead of you as you go through the pipe, which is a small chamber. And I say small because it's not as big as that massive industrial room you were just in. Still, again, probably about 40 feet on the side, pretty big room. There are hazard black and yellow stripes painted everywhere. There's lines on the floor, lines on the wall, just like kind of cordoning off certain sections of it. And there are, as you enter, a bookshelf on the right with a bunch of books on it, and all the books are held down by magnets to the bookshelf because it's zero G. But and I say books, they're actually little pamphlets, and they all appear to have like big warning signs on them. Several copies of the same pamphlets, all with little magnets clipping them down. There are also a series of lockers along the other side of the door. So you enter, there's books over here, lockers over there. And a huge switch over the bookshelf in like a breaking case of emergency glass and like a big breaker.
That probably jettisons all the rooms into space.
No doors.
Out of this room, there are 2 more doors, yes. If you were to go to the far end of it, there are 2 doors going right and left.
Well,
I
if
think this is where they keep all the SDSs on account of I can't find them anywhere else.
All the what?
All of the little safety books.
that's some nerd shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to poke around the lockers because nothing in here is trying to kill us.
Each of the lockers you immediately find, without a roll or anything, each of the lockers has a suit in it. It looks similar to like the hazmat suits you guys were using before. But these are clearly specialized for a different purpose, and they are all very clearly broken in some way. It looks like, not by accident, it looks like somebody came through and like slashed open some of them, broke the helmets on others, things like that. They're all clearly sabotage.
I'd like to grab one of the pamphlets and take a look at it.
It is a bit of safety literature detailing UV blasters and how they kill unprotected individuals.
Oh, good, cancer.
So I think I know what those suits do. I mean, they're supposed to protect you from the UVs. That's what the book says is dangerous, so logically speaking, that's probably what the suits do. Everybody make sure to put on your sunglasses. I do not have any sunglasses.
You might, you have a leisure suit.
I have a leisure suit. Are there sunglasses in my leisure suit?
Sure.
Oh, look at that! Speak of the devil's sunglasses and they will appear.
Are they goofy, like dad
I
meme
hope so.
sunglasses?
I think if you're in space, there's no atmosphere to help shelter you from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna look in the vague direction of the sun at all, you're gonna need some seriously heavy duties.
That makes
So these are like big, like almost like well-laden tier.
So they're like safety goggles, but I'm treating them like they're stylish
Put
shades.
them on very cool.
There's like red stripes on them or something.
Yeah.
Marketed to tourists.
Excellent.
Now I won't get cancer in my eyes, at least.
Can my dog fix a suit?
Can your dog? Your dog can certainly.
Because they're all broken in different ways. So if some of them have broken helmets and one of them has a good helmet, can it like
Maybe
take
make
that
like
helmet,
a single suit.
put it on a suit?
Possibly. You can give me a roll for it. I'm going to give it disadvantage, but your dog can try. The problem here is that can your dog patch the suit up and make it functional as a piece of armor? Probably. Can it make it properly UV sealant? It's trickier, maybe.
We'll find out.
You might have to be pretty lucky with getting spare parts.
Can I help the dog?
It says the
Okay.
advanced battle dress has radiation shielding. Does that serve the same purpose?
That would serve the same purpose.
But I have both jury rigging and mechanical repair.
Alright, so but by your powers combined,
Don't you also have advanced battle dress
we'll,
though?
we'll give that a slap.
Yeah, but one of
Yes,
us
I'm just
doesn't.
trying to help the dog.
What's the dog
Yes,
do?
I got
Are we just gonna pretend the dog has all this shielding because there are dog shapes?
The dog what?
Dog has radiation.
No, if you want your dog to survive, you give it a suit.
And don't put it in a
Or
microwave
leave it
chamber.
behind and come back for later or whatever.
I mean, I do have a vac suit, you know, that maybe you could modify for your dog.
Just like zip tie the arms and legs shut and just let him kind of wear it like a
Well, he
sock.
is jury rigging. So, I mean, is it a flat roll now?
Yeah, it's a fire roll now.
I have to beat a 63. I got a 92.
Nope. It's really not so much the skill of your dog or the skill of your powers combined here. It's just there's not enough intact pieces of suits to assemble a full suit that's like matching and like the gloves are the right size to fit the sleeves so they connect properly and all that kind of stuff.
Is there enough to make something you could wrap a dog in?
I mean, you could wrap the dog and stuff, but would it be properly radiation proof at that point? That's
Well, we'll find out.
I guess so. It might grow extra thumbs.
Mm.
Do we get stress for the dog family?
Yes. Those were the rules of the game.
So I take a stress then
You
too.
do as well, yeah, because you
Sweet.
participated.
That brings me to 19.
I think it's probably out of frustration as you're like
Yeah.
trying to put the suits together and you're like,
Oh, it
"Ah,
goes
it's not gonna
there."
work." Yeah. If only this glove was one size larger and that boot was one size smaller, then we could make a full suit. But no. I will say,
So do you want the vac suit for your dog?
Sure.
Alrighty.
I don't think that's radiation proof, but it'll help him from being in space.
Oh, it has radiation shielding.
It does?
Yeah,
Dope.
it includes short range comms, headlamp, and radiation
I
shielding.
like how we're just shafted. No, he has one. You gave him one, right?
What? Yeah, I have one that has radiation shielding.
Nice.
Yeah, Duncan gave one, so I will contribute one to the dog. Or
Sunglasses are like pressed up against the inside of the helmet.
The dog is now wearing a vac suit.
alright. It's weird.
Well, the dog is encased in a vac suit.
it's
Yeah,
it's zero
it's
G, so it's not like it has to walk.
The suit is like bunched up in a bunch of different ways to get it to awkwardly angle around the dog's clearly not compatible form. But, you
But the
can-
gloves fit very well.
I think like the dog can't get its head through the neck to the helmet, so it's just like a snout poking up into the helmet from below, and that's it. Just
It just has to angle it right.
just there. Well, the gloves do fit very well. That's true. All 5 thumbs fit perfectly into the fingers.
The dog feels safe. He
I'm
should.
glad it feels safe.
Don't you worry, Dickie.
I don't think I can shoot
I paid
radiation.
I paid top dollar for that vaccine.
I'm gonna go in the left door.
All right.
While adhering to all of the floor safety guidelines because I don't want to piss off the ghost.
That's fair. You want to be careful about this.
Things I can't shoot are very life-changing experiences.
Yeah,
Finally, can't shoot ghosts. Can't shoot the sun.
yeah, Blake, if you meet people that are just kind of sitting there talking about needing tools or something needs fixing, just ignore the shit out of them.
Yeah,
Don't
like-
talk to them. Do not engage with them. Leave them alone.
I feel like diving into this place, it might be a shoot first, ask questions later kind of situation. Always.
It does kind of seem that way.
So you head through the left door, another little connecting walkway. This one much shorter than the others because it appears that these rooms to the left and right of this one are kind of bound to it, like it is one structure. And on the left here is a medium-sized room filled with these huge rows of capacitors down the walls on either side. You can hear just like a humming and a whining sound of just like electricity coursing through this room as you enter.
Goodness.
That's probably radioactive.
I wouldn't touch those, Dickie.
More electrolytes than a Gatorade factory.
There are 2 more doors out of this place. One directly across, and one off to the
That
You
direction.
need to stand in the map.
I think I need to stand in the map. I'm gonna need to in a minute.
It's not going to matter. As long as we can find our way back on your map, we're all good.
Yeah.
Which one's closer?
The one on the right.
I go that one.
Alright, you walk by the rows of capacitors as you go through this place.
Things that definitely should not be fucked with.
Yeah, probably not. You do get the feeling if you had energy weapons here, your dog could jury-rig the capacitors to charge your energy weapons, which certainly would have no consequences if the rolls a failure.
Is the only energy weapon the laser?
Probably. There may be others. I think they say that because who knows what other modules
Yeah.
have given you random stuff.
I'm sure the Vibrachette uses a power cell.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could charge it with that, but
It doesn't
certainly
say
try.
anything on it. It just says it's a melee weapon that does damage. It doesn't have ammo or anything.
A lot of these modules are kind of linked together and they're intended to like spin off into another
Yeah.
adventure. Like there's one thing you can find in here somewhere that's like it references some specific location that's not here. And I went and looked it up and it's part of a completely different module delivery. So it's like,
That's-
oh, you could
that is
You know,
cool on
yeah.
a certain level.
it's cool on a certain level. but-
Confusing on another.
Yeah, I was like, where is that?
It's okay. You just need to
Yeah.
have 100 characters,
You-
and then maybe you can pass the equipment
Probably.
over.
You squint at the text on the page, and a DLC purchase prompt appears.
Yeah, exactly. Correct. Okay, so you go through the capacitor room here, and on the other side,
You all die.
yeah, this is an interesting description.
Oh no!
As you approach through the door, you hear a sound described by the book as scratching, in bold letters, as loud as God's fingernail against a galactic chalkboard. You
Like
enter
coming
a
from
room-
the other side of the door.
Yeah, as you get close to it.
Nope.
Yeah, just like scraping and scratching, ridiculously loud sound. It's like that feeling that makes your like bones
Uh-huh.
feel weird. Cause
Hey,
you're
there's
Did
a
we
lot
find
of
the
other
bone room
doors.
again? Yeah, let's just use
going
another.
back on that one? Okay.
Normally, Dickie would kick that open and start blasting, but Dickie is currently a coward,
Yeah, fair.
so we get to survive another day.
So you go back out to the right and then turn around and go.
This is
Okay.
tactically disadvantageous.
It
Retreat.
appears that the other spot here goes to
The long forward in the capacitor room.
it goes to here we are. A maintenance access place with a whole shitload of cables in it. This place seems to have it's just like a long catwalk filled with cables, a big tube that connects multiple different rooms here all together. It seems to go back the way you came as well to some routes here, and then you can also follow it ahead to wherever it is going.
Ahead.
Alright, you march ahead. And eventually, the cabling,
Been awake for 25 hours.
You're gonna die of lack of sleep.
Is that a typo?
Oh
I
no.
need to detangle this.
You are all bread. Huh?
I wonder why they wrote that. We have collectively become a single.
Says here you
spinning
get
rat.
shot with funds. That's good. We like fun.
Okay. I figured it out. It was just not a room labeled on the map, but it's. I got it. Okay.
Oh, that. Don't draw it.
No, it's fine. You're good. I think it'll be clear if we draw it. It just like labeled a random intersection of things that are not rooms as a point on the map. Okay.
I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often. in this
Yeah.
book.
No, it's all just gridded like things. If you imagine the hallways. Anyways, you see a very large red X sprayed over a hatch. That's like just a big old maintenance hatch. Somebody has clearly warned people not to open it.
Like in the wall or in the floor?
Well, you're in 0G, so yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That could have been answered.
You are in a circular tube that has gone all twisty, and there is a hatch in it at one of the ankles.
Yeah.
That might go to space.
Or
It
might
could.
Go, or it might go someplace good.
I don't like the odds there. Space or good for this place.
Is there any kind of signage that might let us know what's on the other side?
Nope.
Okay.
Big red X. And it's one of those hatches that has like a.
Yeah. Well,
Well, if you all want to get back a safe distance,
what's a safe
I'll
distance in
open
here?
this.
If we turn it a little, we can see if it depressurizes. And if it does, we can turn it back.
If it starts suddenly sucking all the air out,
Well, we're wearing
and
suits.
us.
Yeah, we're all wearing suits, so we can just switch over for a second and then tighten it again.
Do I have mag boots on this character? I do not.
Nor do I.
I'm not sure the mag boots would help you from getting sucked out into
That's fair.
space.
That's kind of what they're for.
Depends on
Could
how
you
strong
turn them
the
up
mag
to-
boots are.
Strong mode.
Yeah, probably.
Engage big mode.
Well, do you all want
Engage
me
the
to
cast
try and
iron
open this
cross.
or no?
I'm going so far away I can't even see you.
You approach the door. You try to turn the handle.
You
Turn
turn.
the other way. Yeah.
Yeah, how's that gonna work?
I think you'd need the mag boots for
You're
that.
just on a sit and spin now.
Does it open in or out?
It would open towards you, yeah.
Yeah, so less problem. It's not going to suck us into space if the suction
It'll
is
just
pulling
suck
it
the
closed.
door shut.
All right, I'm
But
gonna
you
go
won't
back
be able
up.
to open the door
I'm
then.
gonna go back a
Correct.
good distance.
We're only worried about getting sucked into space. Getting horribly mauled by whatever's on the other side is a very low...
He's like, okay, you guys might want to step back, and there's no one around him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen.
So,
I guess the question becomes, can I open the hatch?
yes, you can.
Okay.
You just have to kind of brace against some of the cables nearby and get your feet all wedged between some.
You
some
really
very
have like
thick
toe
cables.
holes in the ground you can wedge yourself into.
No need to roll for this, actually.
Oh,
You're fine.
okay.
You
Yeah.
just open it. If you were under time pressure or something, I'd make you, but I think for now you're fine. Don't go roll for that, though. Okay.
It's
I
amazing
forget,
how many
do we have
times...
visual communication? Can we see what he's saying?
Yeah, we have...
Yeah,
helmet.
if you have the fancy battle dresses, yes. So I think
He
everyone's
doesn't.
about the same.
Yeah, go fight.
Yeah, well, it said comms,
Blake.
but I don't think
That'd
that
be a
was
Blake,
visual.
that'd be a Zane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we
a
don't
sh-
have the body cams on these ones.
It's a shame your other character got fucking eviscerated, because I would have had the spare suit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You creak open the door, and it does creak
Yeah.
open. And beyond it, you can see more cabling going along the walls and stuff, but also a bunch of pneumatic tubes that look like, things would be like a pneumatic mail system, like
Okay.
packages are pushed through them. And these are very large, like the packages being pushed through them could be, eerily human-sized. And it
Shoot.
looks like you could crawl between the pipes if you wish, but there are things occasionally being shot through them and they kind of vibrate as things get moved through them. So like shuddering with
Are
pressure.
there any packages just laying around here?
Not laying around, no.
What's getting shot through them? Entire androids or like boxes?
You can't really see. They're not clear pipes. They are just tubes, but you can see like a shadow move through them occasionally.
Interesting.
Kind of like semi-opaque plastic.
Does there appear to be anything on the other end of this room?
It looks like you'd have to crawl through deeper and see. Like you could kind of get yourself between some of the pipes and follow them down where they're going.
Are there places to open the tubes in here, or do you just see
No,
tubes?
it's just like part of the. This is clearly not a place designed for frequent access. It's just like, well, technically you can get in here to do maintenance on the pipes if you need to, but who knows where they might lead.
Still probably nowhere good given the X on the door.
Unless it's
Probably.
X marks the spot.
That could be. I didn't think
That
about
could
space
be.
pirates.
I'll start heading through. I'm always on point. I will army crawl my way through these tubes.
You crawl through. And it's sort of crawling and sort of like you're in 0G just pulling yourself down this tunnel.
I'm doing this regardless. Even though half of my ass is up in the air.
Your dog is doing that in reverse on your back.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's the only reason I do
Yeah.
Advanced maneuver.
The dog has to make up for me all the time.
The dog has to do it twice as fast as you because of the
Oh.
little arms. But you do make it down. It takes you a while, so I get to roll some dice.
Oh no.
Um,
It's the space pirates. They've come back for their treasure.
Aha.
aha.
Are we the space pirates?
Are you the space pirates? Good
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
We
let's
are
answer
here
that
to
question.
plunder.
Yo ho ho.
Carrying around a head for a bounty.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of mystery meat.
It's what's for dinner.
Sometimes.
Alright. You make it down, and on the other side, you find. We're getting into the really twisted stuff here, I'm sorry, as far as navigation goes. You guys took what is essentially like the route nobody. It's not even a real thing that people walk along. You just like, yeah, we'll walk on around the outside.
Oh, we can
The book
pry
has
this panel
signals,
off
so-
here. We're gonna make our way through.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So that's why the map is getting twisted.
Uh.
But we are going to make it work. The other end of this like pneumatic tube system is the place where they would actually put the packages in, take the packages out, of course, is some kind of very large office. Strange that the tubes that lead to an office are human-sized, but regardless, that you're here in the office. There are a couple of packages that have been delivered here as you saw them going down the tubes. You could look into those if you wish. And they are rather large packages. Just completely opaque black cylinders that you could try to crack open.
Like human size?
About human
Yeah.
sized, yeah.
Probably androids.
Not the tube office.
The office is just a huge space, 100 feet plus, filled with cubicles. And in each cubicle is a terminal.
The cubicles. For the cubes that are being sent down the tubes.
It's how cubes reproduce.
They're not even cubes.
This is how people commute.
They're tubicles.
Every word that was said was stupid.
I try my hardest.
I said some words too. They weren't smart.
Well, whoever opens one of these is responsible for killing what's inside.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay.
You.
Well, while you're
Yes.
going to open that, I'm going to go start searching cubicles.
Does this look like
Yeah.
someplace that's been picked over or gone through?
It does not look very picked over now.
I think we should all aim at the tube while someone opens it in case it is a hostile android.
I'm the one with the crowbar, so I should be the one to
I'm
open.
just going to go search cubicles.
Okay. You search through the cubicles, and you find a lot of these are just the same repeated. Like this is there's a computer and a desk. The people in these offices have not had any flair to their offices, nothing special. But one of the cubicles you stumble upon has a mini fridge in it. None of the others did so far. And the mini fridge appears to still be running. You can hear the humming of the compression in there, and just see a little bit of light leaking out from the seams of it.
Well, we have to open it.
You crack it open.
It's like complimentary beverages.
It is filled with a bunch of vacuum sealed little plastic baggies. Each of them is labeled with a big red label that says Pseudo Yum Synth Steak. There are 15 of these synth steaks.
15 synth steaks.
Is that a normal space food?
Each of them has a. This may answer your question. Each of these baggies, these 15 little baggies, has a label from like a printable label printer, not like an official thing, on the back of it that has a name on it.
Oh no.
A human sounding name.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Then again, my Amazon packages have a human name on them too.
And people are just signing their lunches. It's okay. Did you eat my Steve?
Was Steve the name of your rat?
Oh god. Can I bioscan the tube?
Sure.
I bioscan the tube.
You detect one sign of life.
There is one sign of life in the tube.
I found lunch.
Well, that's the best news I've heard since as long as I can remember.
Are you still opening this thing?
Uh-huh.
Another package arrives.
I'll open that one.
Shtunk. You now detect 2 signs of life.
Maybe don't.
Why?
Life is bad.
Uh-huh.
We haven't had much luck with life.
Okay.
It's either gonna be
It
a
isn't.
naked dude or an angry.
If you say
android.
so. What if it's like somebody we could save in there? Like what if they're okay? That was a stupid question.
No, we don't do
I
that.
think you'd have to die for that to happen.
Probably.
Man, that's a really like dark thing to hear.
One of the other packages gets sucked up and away. You still detect 2 signs of life.
Are you opening it?
How many
You
packages
just told me not
are
to open
left?
it.
He told you not to open it.
Are you telling me to open it?
5 packages here, but not. There only 2 of them are the big cylinders. A few more of them are like the same size cylinder, but they're like glass, and you could open them up, and there's like a regular package in there. Like they use these tubes for.
You open that one
different
first.
Yeah, let's open that shit.
Okay, I'm gonna open that one.
sizes. You pop that one open, and
Boom.
Face hugger.
Another mirror that says Andrew.
inside this package, it appears to be very crudely and hastily wrapped. It doesn't appear to be something that was like officially part of this place. They still continue opening it.
Yes.
It is essentially a lunchbox, but you open it up and there is a revolver inside, just sitting in the box.
Hey, now you can dual wield.
Huh. Thank you, Santa Claus.
He's a cowboy now.
I take the revolver.
Is it loaded?
Does it eat me?
You do check it's loaded.
Yes.
Barrel first.
No.
You pop up inside and see, yes, there's bullets in there, and you can see that each of the bullets has a name engraved on
Well, that's
Does it match the
interesting.
meat?
it. Does it match the meat?
Does it match all of these people here?
It matches all the people in your crew, you included.
Well, that's weird.
Who are the
All of our
other
names are on these bullets.
1d10 bends, please.
Okay.
two? There's 6 bullet.
Yep. There's some repeats.
Oh.
Who gets to be the repeat?
I
And
feel
is
like
one of them my
maybe
dog?
we shouldn't play Russian roulette with
One of
this.
them's your dog.
And
yes.
then me, and then you twice,
And
or
then
me
no,
twice.
Bessie's on there too for some reason.
Oh,
Who's
nice.
Bessie?
That one's fired already.
Bessie didn't turn out too well. That's the one we were talking about.
Okay,
before.
that's the safe one to use then, I think. Alright, I got 2 more bends, that's not bad.
Just remember how revolvers work.
There's one more.
It's the
package
round
here
to the
that's,
left that's going to end up being the one fired, not the one that's
Oh,
there.
that's good to know.
I'll open that one. I hope it's a bomb. This
This
is a
one
post
has
office.
an entire video cassette player with a tape inside. You poke open the little door and there is a tape inside the video cassette player.
Okay.
It appears as if the cassette player was not carefully unplugged from something and tucked in here, but rather ripped off of something and then thrown in the package.
Well, one of us had a tape or something.
I have a video cassette, yes.
You want that shit too?
Yes, I will take the video cassette player.
Now, reminder, we can probably, again, because it is 80s sci-fi punk, all of your computers have tape decks and things on them.
Yeah.
So.
That's fine. You can probably sell this. I don't want to watch
If you were
tapes
to get-
or get max strap.
If you were to get cybernetics, it would be a tape deck in your head.
Like in Star Wars.
Why is he just staring into nothing? No, he's rewinding.
Well, actually, is there anything in these cubicles that I can
Stick
look
a
at the
pencil in your
microfilm
ear,
or the
Andy.
video cassette in?
I think any of the terminals you could, just boot it up, and all the terminals appear to be in working order.
Then
Just
heck,
plug
while they're screwing around with that, I will look at the
them. Right.
Do we
video
lose
cassette at
our
least, the
people
microfilm
that's
if I can.
good
get
at
into it.
computers?
That's me.
Do you want a computer?
We lost one of our good at computers people,
Yeah.
so he did not die.
Check out the computers as well.
This character is not good at computers. So we won.
So when you boot up the computer, it has a big splash screen that says Cloud Bank Facility Data Inspection Office, like a big logo that sits there as it's loading, and then it finishes loading, and you get just the desktop you can interact with. And it does appear to be a terminal built for examining and processing data, so it's perfect for plugging in your random tapes and things. You can also view the data it has on it if you so wish.
Man, these things weren't password protected.
Nope.
They have a bad IT department.
I think the IT department may have been.
Well, I guess I will check out both the video cassette and the microfilm then.
Alright, do you have numbers for those?
Yes, the video cassette is number 84.
If you tell me to turn it off and on again one more time, I'm turning you a mistake.
They made the grave mistake of
Mistake.
telling the head of the meat department that he had
Sorry.
enabled two-factor authentication.
Hey, what's in this? And can I spray it in someone's eyes safely?
Distilled water, so yes. Don't do it though, please.
You pop in the video cassette and watch it. Just a little Winamp pops up and plays the video.
Space Amp.
Yeah, Space Amp. There you go.
I ain't watching this tape. I'm busy methodically clearing 100 cubicles.
Like future Space Amp version 307.
It asks you to buy the full version.
Can you describe to us, not to put you on the spot, your character's last dream? Because that's what plays on the screen for you when you push the tape in.
God.
And it's okay if it's a simple thing.
Is it
Like,
Does he
potato
even dream?
What was the last horrific thing he saw before he slept last?
Well,
Horace died.
no,
That was
probably would have been a dream about. That would have been after he had the sacrament.
It would have been a flashback
So,
of the
so it would have
sacrament.
been something related.
Okay, so you
To
see that
that,
scene play
yeah.
out again then. Give me a ends check, please.
Oh, goody.
I have a baggie of 7 micro cassettes. Can
I
I
try
play
to roll
any of
higher or
those?
lower here.
Higher to not have something happen.
Oh, I made it. 65.
Alright.
Well, you always describe it as not have something happen, as if there's a good thing that can happen.
Dude, my stress is at 19 right now. There aren't very many good things. And my Benz is at 44, so.
You rolled a 5 on Ben's, full heal.
You don't know. You guys have
You turn into spaghetti.
Yeah.
You're no immortal.
Other data to process?
The microfilm is number 47.
Number 47, microfilm. It's not a list, it's another list. 47, microfilm. Here we go. The microfilm is essentially like a series of PowerPoint slides. And each one has fragments of poetry. This appears to be one very long poem. Yeah, you've never seen this poem before, you don't recognize it, but it appears to be extremely wordy and well thought out and just like extremely epic. The fact that it was being kept in such a pristine condition means perhaps it is valuable, but you don't know to who.
Interesting.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Do they like hide the shutdown sequence for evil AIs and its wordage?
Maybe.
I hate puzzles like that in games. You gotta open it 3,000 or 4,000 times.
I don't have anything
The
to watch.
only
on
other
the
thing I'd
computer.
want to do is see if I can find a way to communicate with Monarch from this terminal.
That was fair. I think. Yeah, you eventually find like a helpline you click on, and that pops up, and Monarch says like, "Greetings, agent." Just in text on the screen. "Greetings, agent. How may I help you?"
I'm going to let Monarch know that we have killed Bob and have his head. If she needs it.
Excellent news. And then your little banking hub pops up, and you're paid 1,000,000 credits. Each of you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Somehow, even.
What just happened? Did I win the lottery?
Yes.
Hallelujah.
You've been conscripted into service for Monarch.
Oh no.
You have not agreed to this yet. Monarch already assumes.
Is anybody telling me that that's what happened?
He agreed to it while he was
You
unconscious.
might want to tell her that she has another employee.
Oh yeah, we have a new associate.
The reply just comes, yes.
Who are you talking to?
And we lost Bessie.
Yes, period.
Can she see us here?
No, period.
Is there anything else that we need while we have Monarch on the line done?
Where the hell is the exit?
Where's the nearest elevator back to...
The hangar, period.
Oh no. I don't think we're making it out.
How do we get to the hangar from here?
I have a vague recollection of there
I'm
being a
looking to find
hangar.
this.
About-
It's gonna take
It
us
might be
Like-
the same floor we're on.
Can we
The
ride
problem is-
a tube?
The Minotaur is our connecting point to where we were before, and we would need to go all the way back to the Minotaur and find another exit point, and then figure out how to get from there out. I think if we can't find an exit point
We
somewhere.
changed
guys
floors
are
like 6
here.
times.
Wait, no, you're not there. Done. Where the heck are you?
They could also have more than one hangar.
There does not appear to be an exit from this floor or this area specifically. Okay. No. But there are exits on other floors.
Ask her if the tubes connect to
Those don't look safe
place
to ride in.
connecting. We'll see, won't we?
No.
They just.
I
Monarch
like how
does
we
tell you should
got
have
paid
been
even though
awesome.
Monarch can't see us and just
You're gonna-
take my word
You're
for
gonna
it.
get into the
Bob's
tube. 3 seconds later, you're gonna come back as sandwich
dead.
meat.
Do I need to keep lugging the head around or are we good?
Oh, you have been paid. Yes.
Well, then I'm just going to leave, you know.
Yeah.
You never
Put it in the
needed
fridge.
Actually, you know what? We might need it later. We'll put it in the fridge. That's not a bad idea.
I'm starting to see now why we keep finding the weird things other people lie around. Monarch's like, yeah, you don't need to carry that anymore. You're good.
The Monarch answers if you can go through the tubes. The question comes back, not an answer. It says, can you survive 40 Gs? So, yeah.
Well, whatever in this tube did.
No.
Sure, and you did detect a sign of life. 2 of them.
What's 40 Gs divided by 0 Gs?
Infinity Gs.
Too many Gs.
Gs whiz.
Incidentally, what you'll become if you travel in the tubes.
I mean, the advanced battle dress gives us advantage on strength checks, so maybe
There's a
that
space
helps.
cheese
you know.
whiz brand out there called Cheese Whiz. It's like the 0 G. Okay. I am desperately looking for this marks the exits to this place in a big red thing, so you can't misplace them.
Yeah.
There's just no exits on this floor, I think. So you guys are
Wow.
gonna have to go either up a floor or down a floor from here.
What floor are we on?
3.
You are in. I described this as like a big, like point at the top, and almost like a pine cone shape. You're in
Yeah.
like the big wide round part. And floor 3 is like right in the middle.
Well, we know
It's, like,
how
the
to get
widest
back up to
area.
where we came
We're
down
back
from
on
here.
3?
Yeah.
You're still on 3.
We're still on
Jesus
3. We haven't ever left 3.
You've not left 3 in a while.
We went up and
It's been
down
weeks.
Well, we
You've
went
been-
back up to where we came down, and then we went back
Yeah.
down again.
I think you've been on floor 3 since you left the Minotaur area.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was on floor 2
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then down several and then up and down.
That's where Bessie got the brain damage.
So if we go back up
I have to go back
to where
into the
Bessie
labyrinth.
died,
Yeah. So that's an option. You could also
we could go back up that tube.
I'm not going back in the assholes.
Well, that might be the only way out, Dickie.
We'll just keep busting through walls till we reach open space.
There was a ladder back in the room where you found me.
Yeah, there's still plenty of ways to get lost.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's another ladder we have not tried.
There's like 40 doors we haven't gone through.
Yes.
That was loud.
That was
That
me
was
popping
you.
my bubble of my gum. It may have coincided with the snapping of your fingers, but
Exactly.
you're
Very
right.
confusing.
I hope that wasn't your fingers.
Well, it's fine. We'll just keep wandering.
Okay, so I can leave
So, yeah.
Bob's head.
I think you can at least see here.
Is there anything else I've gotten rid of along the way? No.
It's fine. We can start poking around on the computer to see if there's any more things we shouldn't know.
You guys have essentially taken like every wrong turn that takes you farther from an exit.
Nice.
For like a long time now.
Hell yeah!
Like every time this brand says like this will take you like 30 steps out
Yeah.
of the way of an exit, and this will take you 70 steps out of the
Yeah.
way, and you keep taking these paths over and over.
I
you're
see
just
that
going
my
deeper,
sense of direction is as
deeper,
good as ever.
deeper. You're doing a depth first search here. It's,
On the plus side, you keep rolling for encounters for like 20 hours and nothing's
it's
happened.
true, like nothing is at.
So
You'd think a 10% chance would come up more often, but it
Uh-huh.
doesn't.
I want to look on the computer to see if it tells me what's in the tubes.
So you want to just look on the data that's on the computer already?
Yes, and if I can't find it,
Liver flavor
I will.
toothpaste.
What?
That is what's on the computer.
You gotta wipe it off.
I have
So
computer
these-
skill and hacking skill, so I'm.
Yes, and these terminals
Really
don't
good.
connect to some massive database. Well, they do connect to a massive database, but they're not like connected to the internet, so to speak.
Yeah.
They're connected to
It's a very local
very
system.
specific data nearby. They're meant to process data in a room nearby called the Brain Scan Data Bank. Is what you are connected to currently as you bring up a terminal and start sorting through the data.
You should see if you can find Bessie's brain in there. She'd be very happy to know that it's
it's not even an intranet. It's a fucking one server.
Yeah, it's essentially just a giant room that's full of servers specifically to house databases of downloaded personalities.
Well, I will keep an eye out for anything that looks like Bessie's brain.
You find a copy of Bessie's brain.
Woo! My last character won.
Please roll me a Ben's check.
Don't check anybody else's.
That
It's
I forget what to do.
It's
Find
a
your Ben's score.
D100.
Yes.
You find Dickies and it's
Ben's
0
is 20.
kilobytes.
Roll a D100.
Yep. I'm gonna check.
23.
Is that over your Ben's?
Yeah.
Then you're fine, nothing happens. So you're like, wow, Bessie got her wish. And that's the end of that thought. You don't let it go any further.
Man, you came here with them. You were like friends before this.
Yeah,
You're just like,
that's
"Eh,
true.
they're dead."
Would Bessie want me to download her into my computer?
Yes.
Okay.
You do have a computer with a personality input port, or was that on Bessie's body?
I think it was Bessie's. Oh
Yeah,
no,
it's
it
on
was
you.
my computer, but now you inherited it. I think somebody inherited
Somebody
my computer.
inherited your stuff.
Yeah, you've got the second computer. You got the computer from Bessie.
Where do you see that?
Portable.
I
It's
had
like an
to-
old
I had
fashioned
to.
mini
Already.
computer. I think is what it was
I'm
called.
pretty sure that you acquired Bessie's computer.
Somebody took it.
I would have. I
Because
just
it
don't
wasn't
see
it
on
wasn't me, and he didn't want it because
It's
that's
nerd
nerd shit. So that would have been you.
Yeah. So you can add a very old portable terminal. And this one has a personality download port on it.
You might call it a hole that was meant just for
So
you.
can I can I download Bessie into that then?
You absolutely can.
Nice. I will keep this in a safe place.
They're in space.
Surely nothing bad will come of this.
No.
Can you roll me an intellect check? You can add computers to this or hacking or whatever you've got, whatever's higher. Just as you're operating this computer.
Add hacking.
Yeah. Whatever computer skills.
Do you add computers and hacking? Because they're
Whichever's
on
higher.
the same. Okay.
Yeah. You can only have one skill at a time, but
85 failure.
oof.
She's dead.
What?
I mean, I've been dead.
Poor Bessie.
You do successfully download the data. You just don't notice anything else about the rest of the data as you're looking through it.
That's all I was looking for, apparently.
Yep. You found Bessie, and you're good to go. I think we see like a little pixel art version of Bessie appear on your computer screen. Just do like a little canned animation, like yay, and then you turn off the computer. No, the monitor powers down.
Now you can bring Bessie back to life.
God, I
Just
hope so.
Dump her into an android.
I can put her into
And
whatever's in
finally,
that
she
tube.
will be an android.
See, I told
Anyone
you.
else have data to process while you're
I do not.
What's that baggie of crap?
What?
You got a baggie of crap?
I do. I have a baggie of 7 micro cassettes.
micro cassettes? Did you happen to write down a number with them?
No, just that there are 7 of them.
Micro cassettes.
Do you need a micro machine to play your micro?
I'm pretty sure it's on this table. I just need to find which one of those it is.
Don't remember where we were when you got that.
It was a long time
I
ago.
vaguely remember where you were, but I don't remember.
Were they hidden in something?
Pulled them out of a
I'm
monitor.
pretty sure, yeah, you got them out of a body. They were like tucked into a rib cage, right?
That sounds right.
Um,
Or is that the... There was some cassette that was pulled out of a body. I think that we already took a look at that cassette. I don't think that was these ones. These, were they hidden in like a broken computer monitor?
Yeah, in like a data center.
right. Okay. Micro cassettes. It might be helpful to find where these were.
Yeah.
This is the problem with only writing down partial information.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to know that you're as lost in this place as we are. So
Oh, yeah.
that's good.
You gotta
So
keep
the-
notes.
The 1 through 7 install cassettes to install this.
I have to give this adventure credit. They are doing their damnedest. Like
Yeah.
every map is color coded. Like, okay, this is the section you're on, and we'll show you like in a different color the sections around this. So you
Yeah.
can see what's near you. But it's the mega dungeon that's ever mega dungeon. It's
When we're
twisted
done
and
with this
spacey.
stuff, I want you to take a picture of all of this, and like in a year, we'll ask Taylor what the hell it was.
I don't remember what any of this was now.
We can compare it to the official map.
Yeah. You should have seen the
Just to see
Delta
if
Green.
you, to see if you can tell by your
Okay.
notes.
I'm gonna
The
take
official
that.
map was more shaped like a penis.
Yes, probably.
Turns out the aliens who made this had grenade-shaped penises. So.
Well, this has got to be about the least penis-like thing I've ever seen you map out, as opposed to this structure here.
I don't know, it looks like mine.
I want to see a doctor.
It's very Escher. My dick is a non-geometric shape.
Micro cassettes. Huh?
Our viewers are wishing they had visual here.
You found them.
Oh my goodness.
Because they were listed as a small cache of micro cassettes. Micro cassettes.
Of course.
Scanning for M. Small cache of micro cassettes. You pop one of them in, and the thing you notice first about the footage is the sound. It's
Hey, I know that guy.
just heavy breathing. Sounds very excited breathing.
This is inappropriate.
It's not breathing
Hide
that
the
is
dog.
coming through like a filter. It's just like very heavy breathing in the darkness. You hear some shuffling around, and then you see the vision of the screen you're looking at is like a camera that looks around the corner real quick. And you see you guys exit around another corner. Then that's back in the corner, and you see.
Us including him?
Yes.
Oh.
You pop in another cassette. Same thing, different location. Same breathing.
Are they
Clearly
places we've
soft.
been?
The places you've been.
But with him.
Yes.
But he
So
wasn't
it's
there.
showing me being places I don't remember being with people I
Correct.
don't remember.
You also see Bessie
Okay.
down here.
What?
You see Bessie in this footage.
Oh.
In this location, not in the previous one.
Am I also
Also
there when
previous
Bessie is
location.
here?
Yeah, sometimes.
That was Bessie.
Well, I don't remember that.
Anybody who was looking at the terminal here, give me a fear save and a bends check. I think
Very
this goes for
understandable.
both.
Yeah.
I was disinterested.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, let's see.
I am
succeeded
still
the fear
going
save,
through
aren't
every
I?
cubicle.
I crit failed the fear save.
All right, roll
I
a
failed.
panic check.
And what do we need here?
Roll a d20 and see if it is under your current stress. Then tell me the number. So I'm gonna guess it's a yes.
I mean, there's a chance. No.
What'd you get?
A 3.
Oh, that's not so bad. You gain a stress.
Oh, good. Now I'm at 20.
All of your fellow crew members gain 2 stress. I
Okay.
guess except for Dickie because he's disinterested.
Congrats.
Yeah, not even anywhere
and,
near.
and now I got to roll a Ben's check, you said?
Yes.
100 cubicles
I
are
mean-
probably way the fuck.
I'm not gonna complain. I'm only on 5 stress at the
96, so I
moment,
passed that.
All right.
My Ben's check was under my Ben's number.
What number did you get?
17.
Oh yeah, I need to make a Ben's check.
I don't like that.
You have a new condition.
Oh, good.
This is my home.
Oh, lordy.
You will now refuse to leave the deep for 24 hours.
You
Starting
There's
now.
no chance that we would be leaving in the next 24 hours. So
That's probably true. But you will now refuse if prompted.
okay.
You really hit the me room in meat room.
We'll
You're
put you the fuck behind. We don't care.
You've been down here for like almost a day already, and you're like, this is it. This is life now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, this is it. This is where I exist. This is my home. This is-
Very understandable. I got a 35 over my Ben's.
All right, so you're fine.
Everyone's just freaking out. What'd you find one of them YouTube videos with the jump scare? Hate those things. Always shoot the screen afterwards.
What's YouTube?
Now, Dickie, something's following us
You mean space tube?
and
Where?
recording it.
I'm gonna make him watch the video.
Oh, I ain't watching any of your nerd shit.
Every one of these cartridges
You're on
shows us from another thing's perspective behind us.
So we actually have met before, and I just don't remember it. That's quite unsettling.
Nah, that shit's fake news.
I don't know what that means. You mean face?
Neither
fake
do
space
I,
news?
but I hear it a lot. So I believe it.
That makes sense, I guess.
It's the deep state globalists' war on Christmas. That's
Lordy.
Globalist, universalist.
right. I want you to believe that the universe is a circle. That's not.
Okay.
Space is flat.
I believe in flat universe.
Yeah.
They like showing you pictures of spiral galaxies.
If you float too far that way, you fall off.
Yeah.
What?
It's true. They're trying to trick you.
Where the billion
So
zero
should we
G
try
is.
the tubes there, Dickie?
So there are the tubes. There's also like just office doors leading out of this place.
Yeah, we'll just use the doors, not getting the tube.
They'll
No,
just wanna
I
make sure
mean-
that's available.
We should open the package tube.
Nah.
Okay.
Again, only because I'm a coward. Otherwise, hey, look, free violence
Do you
delivered
still want
to
to
us.
open a tube?
I kind of want to get out of here.
Well, yeah, but Monarch said that was the way to get out of here, was to go up the tube.
Oh, ask Monarch what's in
I
the
thought Monarch
tube.
said tube is death.
Monarch said that you can take the tubes if you can survive 40 Gs.
But no, ask Monarch what's in the package tubes.
What's in the
Oh,
box?
you're,
Civil
you're on the
computer.
computer at the moment.
There's more than one computer.
There are more than one computer.
All right. Well, if you don't want to talk to Monarch,
You
I
were the
will.
one talking to her. She's-
Well, yeah, but that was an age ago. I'll log back in and
Each one just gets a message, kill the person next
ask
to it.
whatever it is that Duncan wanted to ask there.
Yeah, what's in the packages? The human shaped packages.
My heralds.
It's us, isn't it?
Period.
Will they attack us?
Well, we work for Monarch, so probably
Yes.
not.
Period.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay, let's
okay. Well, maybe.
not do that.
Well, no, because that might piss off Monarch if we killed Monarch's heralds.
I mean, I'm currently a coward and probably incapable of combat, and I'm the combat, so I'm just gonna not.
Maybe
I am
so.
too.
All right. Well, I guess it's a door then.
I can't believe Monarch would download 7 people named Harold at the same
It's
time.
ridiculous.
You wouldn't download a herald. then just across the room, what the fuck are you doing with that nerd shit? The door!
I'm starting to think this nerd shit's got something to it.
Every time you turn the gun to a cage, your
Dick,
dog behind you
Dickie,
is typing
at
on
what
the
point do
computer.
we stop and rest?
When we're done.
Oh,
When is the last time that you all rested?
I don't know. I lost track of time here.
Are there rules for like exhaustion?
Yeah, does the fact that we've been here a long time ever become a factor?
Sometime
Depends is like kind of the big
a
thing.
day or two ago, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
You got any of
Marching
that?
soldiers.
Got any of that space marching powder on you?
I got some synthetic steaks.
I don't think that's the same thing.
You gotta feel yourself with hatred and the love
I-
of killing.
I'm starting to get a feeling it may have been better to stay on my own.
There are a couple rules here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But they're not that punishing, I don't think.
Unlike real life.
But we're gonna search. You can go 24 hours without food.
Wow.
Human fuel. Yes.
There you go.
Food.
Fuel.
Fuel me for humans.
Fueled. Without food.
That's another space brand.
Fueled.
Drink your fueled.
24 hours and then you start rolling disadvantage on everything. After too much longer, then after a few weeks, then you just die. If you guys start to, I'm gonna say you could probably find water down here if you need it. If you guys trust drinking water, there's probably
There was
plenty of
water, not
I got a
too many
six-pack of
rooms
beer.
back.
Yeah.
That'll.
I always
That
ignore the
can
water
hydrate me.
part in D&D rules.
Yeah.
It really limits where you can go.
I just have my players carry a lot of water skins.
Drag the druid along.
I even warned them. I was like, I have NPCs talking like, if you're planning on crossing that place, you better bring like 3
Uh-huh.
gallons each. Okay, so we'll say unless any of you suddenly has a fear of drinking the water in this place, then we'll hand away the water for now. Just because this is an office, you're probably passing like water coolers and like drinking fountains and things.
That's where we're getting the bends.
Yes. So
Which is what you call
if
the
you guys aren't
diarrhea.
here too long, the food will become a problem unless you eat those steaks. There's also exhaustion rules. I think I'm going to start rolling for these because it says after about 12 hours of activity, you start rolling for it. I feel like that's pretty accurate at this point. Every hour, we will roll a body save, and you will gain 1 stress and 1 damage for every failed save.
What
So,
if we stop and take a nap?
Die.
then I will roll a lot of random encounters, but you will be rested.
Well, this seems like about the safest place we've encountered.
You can close the hatch from the other side. And I don't think there's any other ways in here, is there?
There's 2 doors.
There's tubes and anything that can
Well, there's
survive
tubes.
40 Gs.
Well, that's
It's
why I was
through-
wanting to open those things, because we could probably use that to survive 40 Gs.
I would highly doubt that.
There are doors,
So-
tubes, and their entrance. There are more entrances to this room than most rooms we've been in.
What would you even need? You'd need some kind of fancy space magic pseudoscience to survive 40 Gs in a tube in a little pod.
It's okay, they're androids.
Yeah, but we're not.
What if we open
Unless
the
you
tube
all
and
are.
kill what's in the tube and sleep in the tube?
I do have 0 G training, so I would hopefully have some idea of whether that's a good or bad
Can you
idea.
have
to try
40
to-
Gs and 0 G?
Well, they're probably like, if you add a 4 to 0, you get 40.
I'm trained in no Gs, so I know everything about 40 Gs. It's like 40K, so we keep moving.
I'm tired.
I don't give a shit.
Your dog's tired.
The dog has been riding me the whole time.
Ayo.
You know,
TMI.
phrasing, Dickie.
I ain't a linguist.
Well,
Fucking nerd word bullshit.
I think I feel fine. I don't really remember what I was doing before this, but I guess I'll go along with whatever you decide. Except for jumping in that tube. Think I'll leave you to that one if that's what you decide on?
We march until we're out of here.
Until we're out of air.
A package arrives.
Big or little.
It is one of the. Well, at first it looks like a red tube.
Mhm.
It is a glass tube.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The blood starts to slowly slide down.
Okay, let's.
Oh,
I'd like to
See
move.
a gory mess just kind of splattered all over.
Well, we can open that one safely.
That's what happens in 40
I'm not
days.
even on that side of the room anymore. I'm just waiting very angrily by the door, like,
You're gonna open it up, and there's gonna
Some
be
water
a
cooler there. You take a sip of water.
there's gonna be a cassette in the middle of the gore. We're gonna play it. It's gonna show one of us getting in and then getting
Exactly.
brought
I think
down.
How
we
did
should
we
open
record
that.
this and I'm getting
You can open it. I'm gonna go stand over there with Dickie and the
Okay,
dog.
I'm gonna go open the bloody
I'm going.
tube.
It smells metallic,
Mhm.
and there's just a lot of blood.
Okay,
Blood sausage
gore.
time.
and gore.
Please make me a fear save.
Good. I'm good at these. Get my-
As you witness a body that appears to have just been slammed, ping-ponged
Well,
around,
that's good. I'm
and
hoping
crushed against the wall and slammed
I'm
against
hoping it
the
had
other
some
crushes.
stuff on it. Yeah.
not anymore.
I failed that. What a surprise.
Yeah, you are witnessing a body that has had every single one of its hundreds of bones broken multiple times.
Cool.
Kind of ground up and mixed and blended together. And it's just kind of spread out on the inside of this.
What if the sand in the other tube is what happens when all of like
So I
your,
take another stress on?
your blood and flesh is filtered out, so
Yeah,
just your
right.
powdered bones are.
Well, now there's zero chance of me passing
The
There we
this
go.
space station
stress
runs
check
on
here.
post.
Heart attack time.
Oh yes, I'm at 21 now. Go team.
Those are rookie numbers.
Well, once I get over that, I'm gonna fish around in there and see if there's any equipment gear, anything in there.
Start digging through the mud.
We're here for the money, Dickie.
You find like the absolutely mangled remains of a spacesuit that are in no shape to be repaired.
Your dog on a bone?
No,
How about a tiny sliver of a bone?
he's a vegan.
Well, he is now.
Oh well.
There's a vibe shetty that's bent. And that's it.
Does it still work?
Yes. You have a vibe shetty hook.
Yeah. You know,
Maybe-
oddly, that might come in handy.
They make
Getting in
those
this
bones
tube.
strong.
With a knife was a bad idea.
I like the idea that instead of it,
It's turned into a slap
the
chop.
vibe shetty isn't like a chainsaw; it
Uh-huh.
vibrates. So it's still the handle still vibrates. It's just like not vibrating. It kind of like tilts at an angle when you hold it. Like you have to fight it to hold it. From vibrating at the side.
You still want to get in the tube?
My vibe shetty hooked once. I had to see a specialist. He spent a lot of time working on it. Eventually he fixed it, but
Who are you?
Dickie is just talking to his dog about water cooler, like completely unprompted, not having anything to do with this conversation over here.
I felt a lot better afterwards. Because I could, put it in people again.
You hear a voice respond to you. Yeah, that's rough, man. I hear that.
Okay.
I once got killed.
Are we hearing this?
You guys are on the other side of the road.
No, I'm over with near him.
I'm by myself over
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we all left.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just saying. So the three of you hear this then.
Do we just hear it? There's no anybody around.
Every time you hear it, the water bubbler bubbles a little.
Do we also hear this?
We drinking a guy.
That's what happens to
Is-
the liquid part. The
is
dry
this a-
part is sand. and
Is
the-
this another person that I don't remember that you remember?
Yeah, that's Mr. Water Cooler. It's
Was that his name before?
yeah.
Oh,
Wait, everyone else heard that? I thought it was hallucinating.
No, it could be a shared hallucination.
Then I haven't marched far enough.
I'm gonna go rejoin them when I'm done fishing out the bent vibe shit.
The three of you give me a sanity save.
If I fail this, I'm shooting the water cooler.
Yeah, absolutely. You could do that anyways.
Well, I succeed. The water cooler lives another day.
005.
Failure 68.
Did I just succeed?
You did indeed.
I have 14 sanity.
You're like, yeah, of course the water cooler can talk.
At this point, I don't know. I've seen ghosts.
It's the lack of sleep there, Dick.
I'm used to that.
Water cooler, you want to come with us?
Oh, my name's Jimmy.
Horace would have shat his pants right there.
Now I'm.
He wouldn't have had to. He would have squatted down and tried.
Do you shoot it?
Yeah.
Okay, you hear it gurgle like. It stops. No more voice.
The water cooler.
I
just
check
drowned
its
in-
pulse.
The water cooler just drowned.
Oh, okay.
Hearing the gunshot, I'm going to run over.
Yes, you run over and see a gun pointed at a water cooler.
What in the Kentucky Fried?
I expect
Just
this
happened.
out of Dickie. What the hell are you doing, Duncan?
Yeah, I kneel down and I try to check its pulse through gloves on a
Ugh.
water cooler and
It was
wait
alive
no time
slash
before going,
haunted
good kill.
slash
Apparently-
Jimmy.
Confirmed.
Apparently, the water cooler's name was Jimmy.
Yes.
Oh, that's not
The
good.
tab off the faucet, that's your dog tag for it.
That's never good if it's Jimmy. Good job shooting it.
You know what? For killing Jimmy again, you can gain 1 stress back. You can-
Nice.
I wonder what else is Jimmy.
Yeah, you don't want to run into Jimmy. Jimmy's a little.
Well, I'm starting to wonder what else I'm gonna run into. That is Jimmy.
Was
That's
that
like-
red tube Jimmy?
That wasn't even a guy. That was
I
a.
don't know. There wasn't enough
That
left
wasn't a
of
plier.
whatever
I'm
it
just
was
opening the
to
nearest
tell.
door.
But I got this cool, scythe shetty.
I'm very done here. I waited for the nerd
One of
shit.
the stakes was labeled Jimmy, you realize as well. Yeah, you go through the door.
Oh, I got
One of
Jimmy's
them-
lunch.
One of them labeled Bob and one of them Dean.
I don't know. I didn't look.
Do you want to check?
No, not at the
Or
moment.
live in big terms?
We'll worry about that later when we break for dinner here.
Somewhere named after your future character.
I'm hoping there's one labeled Jimmy Dean, 'cause that'll be.
This next room,
What door do we go through?
there is one.
Out of the cubicle room?
Yes.
There can be only one.
It has to go to the right because we've run out of room.
That's fine. That actually tracks.
I don't think it really matters here in 0G. It's just whatever
Very
direction we
true.
want to go.
So you enter a room that has a lot of walkways around one big. It looks like a whole bunch of server racks connected together in the middle, and then there's one terminal on this set of server racks in the middle. Cables from the server racks go up into the ceiling, and then the rest of this basically is just be a place that people walk through to get through to the other side of this. Well, maybe somebody works on the server rack. Over the terminal is a big sign that says Mind Zoo.
ZOO?
ZOO.
I don't have zoology.
If only Bessie were still with us.
We would have left her here.
She is.
I know.
Fortunately.
That's why I give you a pointed look.
Should
Well-
we disconnect this server?
Isn't this
3 more doors out of this room.
where you just downloaded her from?
Do I know that?
What?
Is this likely to be where I just downloaded her from?
You could inspect the terminal and see, but right now it's possible.
I mean, I assume that's where all the computers are.
It is possible.
It's likely.
It's good that I had the chance to
There is a terminal there if you'd like to confirm, but
write mine zoo. So it looked like
Yeah, I
a
want to
animal.
hack into the terminal.
I
and
am
hacking
walking
things.
by the terminal.
alright.
Nerd shit.
I'm going with Duncan over to the terminal.
You can roll me a relevant skill with intellect.
Success.
Alright. So
Huzzah.
you find out a few things. This computer contains only animal intelligences. All of the animal intelligences here have been heavily modified and corrupted. The only minds that remain that haven't been forcibly deleted from the database are predators, and they have all been modified with advanced human hunting tactics.
Cool.
And they're all labeled Jimmy.
You see pixel art of like a very crazed looking wolf on the screen. It's like drooling, its eyes are wide, like dark inside eyes. It's like,
Do we have something we can download this information to?
Yeah, me. My
Don't-
computer.
Don't put the carnivorous
I'm not gonna
corrupted
put
wolf
it
in the
in-
same computer as Bessie.
I'm not. Can I put it in my own computer?
Your computer doesn't have a personality IO port.
Oh.
You could maybe get it modified with one, but
If you had two to begin with, I didn't have any. I've got one. Does that mean I got the one that Bessie had?
One what?
Computer, or did you? Because you said you had two to begin with.
I had two to begin with.
Then I must have ended up with Bessie.
And
'cause
which
I didn't
was-
have any before.
Why do you have two computers?
Well, I stole it.
backup because one got hacked by an evil Clippy.
You have
Okay,
Clippy,
so
you have not Clippy, and you have Bessie.
I probably then have Bessie's computer.
I thought you bought two as a backup because you're like, well, one broke, so I might as well get
Yeah, I
Okay,
came
so
here
I
with
must
two.
have Bessie's then.
Okay,
Yeah.
So you got Bessie's computer on.
Well, I have it now.
Which
I
has
took it
Bessie
from you.
on.
Okay.
Can I hack into the Bessie computer, partition the drive, put the wolf on one side, and keep Bessie on the other side?
You can absolutely try, but I will warn you, the consequences here would go to Bessie.
Don't
would,
let it eat me.
Duncan, I would download all of that information because that might be very valuable, something we could sell.
I don't think we can download all the information. It's a whole ass room with server racks, and you have a carryable computer with 80s future tech.
You want me to put these animals in with Bessie?
That one's a skunk. Why is there
What
a
difference does
carnivorous
it make?
skunk in here?
Bessie's
Bessie
dead.
doesn't deserve that.
Bessie is.
Well, Bessie will live
Try
forever.
partitioning Bessie into her own drive.
Your computer with Bessie on it, the CD drive kicks out.
And
You say
then if
Bessie's
you can succeed in partitioning Bessie off into her own drive,
No, she should be safe.
right, and then you just make another partition and dump
I will try
whatever
to
you
do
can
that.
into that.
Roll me computers, whatever your science hacking skill is. Failure?
Well, then,
So you were not able to partition Bessie off into her own drive then?
I don't know at what point it failed.
You
At
sent
what point
Bessie
did
to
it
the
fail?
back rooms.
I think.
Because if I wasn't able to partition it, I wouldn't have downloaded the
Right.
things.
So I think you go to try and partition this very old disk,
Mhm.
and just try to shrink that partition and just make some more free space. And you see on the screen the pixel art of Bessie just get like squished sideways, and like blood starts spraying out of these spots of pixel art.
Unpartition.
It re-stretches out, and there's just like a gory mess of Bessie that has been stretched back.
Defragment.
Clearly, like arms and legs are broken in the wrong ways, and like the head's off to the side.
Okay, I'm gonna defrag Bessie. Put her back together.
Roll me another computer check. This time at disadvantage, but there may be a miracle.
If all else fails,
Christ Almighty. I'm sorry, Bessie.
Critical
It's
failure.
like Bessie's arm gets replaced with her head, and like the entire spine is like sideways. Bessie's been compacted into a box. It's like, all over the place.
She's
it
fine,
screaming?
don't worry. There's no speakers on this computer, but she's
There's no-
silently
There's
screaming.
no speakers when her mouth is open.
I have no speakers, but I must scream.
Yes.
I think at this point you just need to throw Bessie in the recycle bin and enter misery.
You put Bessie's little mouth and pixel art on the screen is screaming, and then it just gets moved off to the side.
Oh.
The more mouth. Roll me a fear save. After
Yeah.
that. I think
It was
you
worth
need
a
another
shot.
consequence.
Nothing good ever
Well, I
comes from
failed
nerd
that
shit.
too.
That's okay. Just
A
another
good day
stress.
for me.
Yep. On the plus side, you now have plenty of space for wolves and stuff.
Hooray. Please download every animal I can fit on here.
You've got a whole lot of animals.
Nice.
They start fighting.
This will end well. They weren't fighting in the thing?
No, it's fine. They're
Oh,
not fighting.
God.
They only hunt humans.
Perfect.
You download a fox, a chicken, and a sack of grain.
All the monkeys died.
Wow.
A little too close.
And a boat.
And a bow.
Each personality is just consuming the others and becoming stronger.
Yep. You're creating Clippy too.
Not that Clippy, the actual Clippy.
Maybe you should use Clippy for help.
Poor Bessie.
It's been a rough day.
In the span of under an hour, you guys went from Bessie is dead to like we found Bessie to like Bessie is dead again in the most horrifying way. Oops.
Okay, still in her
Definitely the
feelings.
most memorable character death of any character I've had in any game.
This is the third time she's died.
It's pretty impressive, actually.
Can
yeah.
Digital Bessie fully die, or does she just really?
I
wish
sure
she
hope,
was
for
dead?
her sake, I sure hope so.
You have
She's
not yet
trapped in
deleted the
eternal
file.
digital hell now.
Yeah, until you delete the file, I don't think she's truly dead.
She's
Yeah.
turning into the supervillain of
Do
another
you-
campaign.
Maybe
The
on
gun
the
of Bessie
bell,
and
maybe
Cry,
they have a
something.
better.
She will
Computer
become the
there.
king of all the animals.
Now,
I'm gonna become a lion.
she currently wants to die, but when she was alive, she would have wanted you to keep her alive
Yes,
to study.
absolutely.
Okay.
The CD drive kicks out, goes back in.
Where are we going, Dickie? We're done here.
I was done here the second we walked in.
There are 3 doors. Which one are you?
Left.
Alright.
You can't go left. That leads back here into the.
Left goes into the labyrinth.
You went out of the thing on the left, so that will take you to a different door, right?
And
So, the left is a very small room. You don't need to draw a big thing. Because it is a break room.
huzzah, the break room. We found
Ah.
our resting place.
We're not resting.
It is covered in grime and crumbs.
Hmm.
There is an android in the corner, kind of just splayed out, like against the wall.
Do you get stressed for seeing dead android?
Yeah. I get stressed
know
seeing
this, actually.
harm come to androids.
There is a personality
Do you get
upload
stressed
cable
from-
hanging from its head.
What?
There is a personality upload cable hanging
Oh.
from its head on the side.
See, had we just come in here a moment earlier, we could have loaded Bessie right in there.
I still can.
This is true.
You shouldn't.
I should.
You're
It's
gonna
what
get-
she would have wanted.
You're gonna
No,
get
it's
some more
not.
stress. Just don't load one of the vicious man-eating animals.
It's what she would have wanted. It's not what she currently wants.
How do you know?
Praying for the sweet release of
You're
death. was
just
very
inventing the Necron from Warhammer 40k is what you're about to do.
Every part of me wants to put Bessie in this
So
android.
does this android look functional? I'm gonna go check it there.
Yeah, I mean, it.
Is it armed?
It looks like it was simply discarded, not because it was broken, but because like maybe there was no more use for it or something. But
This is the room where things go when they're broken.
It is an android that is
the break
like
room.
extremely simple. It looks like Crash Test Dummy with like metal joints with like fake skin between the metal joints, like a completely blank mannequin face, and it's just kind of sitting there with that cable behind it. It looks like there's maybe like a piece of testing equipment or debugging equipment or something, rather than like a really functional thing.
So it's not carrying any weapons.
No,
Does it have a
doesn't have
weapon
any-
jammed in its face?
No possessions. It's not wearing clothing. It's just a.
Naked android.
It's
I will search
An
the break
android.
room for snackies.
All right, do an underroll for snackies.
How do you find an android?
I'm not eating the
What do you
android.
think?
Oh, I'm doing it.
What's that?
I'm doing it.
Okay.
70.
Ooh.
I was going to
Amongst
repair it
the
if it needed
crumbs,
repairing, but it
you
doesn't
find
seem like it
something a little
needs
bit more
repairing.
solid. It is a tooth.
What is?
Nice.
You find a tooth.
I can start my collection again.
Sweet.
Is it humanoid?
It is humanoid.
Nice.
You
Where
know,
did he
if
find
I'd have
this?
known you needed teeth, I probably could have found some in that tube.
Probably. I'm sure there were a lot of
I
teeth.
feel like normally this
around
would be very
more.
scary, but I did just talk about collecting teeth.
Sure. You do not. I think you, with your collection of teeth, have an unusually good memory for teeth.
Mm.
'Cause you remember each and every one of your kills you made.
Oh, yeah.
All 37 of them are remembered. This is not one of those teeth, but it does look familiar.
It looks like a familiar tooth.
Is it a Jimmy tooth?
To the teeth freak who collects teeth, probably for to get off or something. I don't know.
It's very non-sexual,
I'm
but
sure.
equally concerning because you're not supposed to kill people in basic training. But damn, if I'm gonna stop just because he's laying there not moving. We're
I'm beginning to
sparring,
wonder
damn
if
it.
he killed you in basic training. That's why you don't remember
It's
much.
very possible. It's an increasingly likely
Are
scenario.
you missing
You're
any
thinking about
teeth?
teeth,
I don't think so.
and Zane asks that. You're missing a tooth. Feel it back over your tongue. Oh, I'm missing a tooth.
Holy moly!
Not
Holy moly.
Dickens.
Dickie. Uh-huh.
It is the exact tooth you have found.
Dun dun dun.
You get 1d5 bends.
You killed yourself in basic training and took your own tooth. And then you ended up here.
Dickie has
Do it
lost
again.
many teeth, but thanks to space dentistry, basically all of them have been replaced, and this is like the only one that was original.
Yes, you find it, the original teeth.
I feel somewhat sentimental about its loss.
And now it's found.
I got a 0 on a D10.
So 5. 5 bends.
Woohoo!
That is it for the break room, unless somebody wants to do something with
I tried putting it back.
Well, I think we
It
should
fits.
rest here.
I think we should rest here.
There's only one
Okay.
way in. There's no other ways out.
We keep marching until we're done.
No, I think I'm taking a break.
Yeah.
Yep, it's break time.
It is the break room.
If you're gonna break somewhere, might as well do it here.
Can we?
Is there a Jimmy
barricade
water bubbler
the
in
door?
here?
I mean, are there
There's one
vending
of them.
machines or anything here?
There's vending machines.
We push them all against the door.
That's a good idea.
I rolled for snackies. and
Do
didn't
any
find
of them
did find a
say
tooth.
they're Jimmy?
None of them have talked to you yet.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to ask each one as we push it. Are you Jimmy? Are you Jimmy?
I will do the same with the water bubble.
Grabbing an awful lot of dice there, Steph.
One of them does respond that it's Jimmy. Yes. Hello.
Hi, we needed to barricade
Hi.
the
It's
door.
been
We
here a
killed
long
Mac.
time.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Nobody's talked to me. They usually just kick
Hi.
me and get snacks out of me.
Does he have snacks in him?
Yeah, it's a vending machine.
Oh. Jimmy, can you spare some snacks, please? That'd be nice of you.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Why?
I could only dispense snacks in return for currency. It's 1 credit per donut.
That's pretty good.
Who refills you?
Me?
Yeah.
Donuts.
I don't think you refill you.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't you see how silly of a question that is?
No.
Jimmy, you're taking watch. If anything happens, wake us up.
I won't kick you.
Can you give me credits?
You want credits?
I need credits to perform my function.
I'll give him 100 credits. I don't know how much a donut costs.
One credit. He just
Sets
said.
out
Oh,
100
one
donuts,
credit.
It's just like the little door opens up.
Nice.
Are they like visibly depleting from inside? Like,
yes.
okay.
Visibly depleting, but the donuts like hit the ground and they like little bits of powder spray out because it's like powdered weight.
Nice.
Oh,
So
look
now
at
we
that.
have dinner and a place to nap.
I hope that's not arsenic.
We'll find
We're a
out.
bunch of damn cowards and weaklings. And I can't something wrong.
They are donuts.
You want some synth steak there, Dickie?
Mm-hmm.
But it's-
Donut time.
Symptoms.
Okay, do you want some synth steak for your dog?
The dog is also eating donuts.
Okay.
Dog is vegan, remember?
Dog's
Well,
eating-
yes, but this is a synthetic steak.
That's true.
Probably not made out of meat.
People are vegan, I think.
What?
What?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Jordan.
Are humans
Well-
vegan, Jordan?
They're not the
This is
result
an
of animal
interesting question.
suffering.
Or do they have to be vegan humans to be
'Cause
vegan?
You see, vegans don't drink milk from cows, but babies do from humans. So that does open up weird questions about human flesh, does it not?
I do think so.
This is true.
So babies can eat human flesh is what I'm getting at.
There you go. That's the answer.
So what you're saying is all babies are cannibals.
Yes.
Yes.
That is exactly what I'm saying.
So
That's
we
what
all start off
breastfeeding
as
is. They
cannibals.
just don't have teeth yet.
Well, yes, but what about before they came out? Now
That's
they were
very
just
true.
directly feeding off of.
Well, first they wore their mom as a hat.
So true.
And it's legal to eat hats.
Is it?
So as
you
long
guys think
as
of, you guys are as insane as you
Wow.
can at this point. Like,
We're actually
yeah.
having this discussion while we're eating
Okay.
donuts.
As we're eating donuts, which may or may not also be people.
Well, just in case the donuts are in bad shape, I think
Can I do a bioscan on Jimmy?
Zane
Oh,
is just
okay.
going to satisfy himself with one of the synth steaks there.
okay.
Is
Because
Jimmy
that way we
plugged in?
don't all die to the donut poisoning.
Is Jimmy plugged in?
Yes.
Mm.
Oh, do we have to
Very sad.
unplug him as we shove him up against the door?
No, you can reach.
Okay.
Okay.
you just hack him and he starts spitting donuts at our attackers.
So now I guess I'll have to look at the synth steaks to see if there's any
Yes.
difference between them, different flavors or something.
Don't show him the Jimmy one.
Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the Jimmy one. Don't show him the
Jimmy's a common name down here. It's okay.
I'm not convinced the vending machine has a camera, so he's going to be on watch, but only if he hears vocals. And only if those vocals are, would you like to purchase a donut and are you Jimmy?
Yes,
You roll me a sanity save, please.
of course. This is gonna be fun. Failed.
So
There's another stress.
these stakes are labeled with the names of people.
Oh, and you all get to scoop up a stress as well for
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
failing
thank you.
sanity.
Steaks are very
Yeah, it
stressful.
makes sense that all of them watching you eat the very obviously human steaks tracks. And yeah, you start to realize, wow, this human mate, I can work with this. And yeah, that has an effect on you, I think. So that is your stress
Okay.
for that, as you start to realize, like, yeah, wait,
I
I
ate
have
human
been
flesh
avoiding this
once.
for so long.
In basic. It wasn't part of basic. I just bit a guy real good.
I kind of feel like after the milk pillars, this is not that
Alrighty. Well, that was
out of the
tasty.
ordinary.
That was tasty. Yeah.
I didn't find it tasty. I found it disgusting and dehumanizing and really didn't feel good
No,
about
no.
it.
This
I went to
this
see the
this
thing
cinch
like this.
steak is good. Good stuff.
Alright, I'm gonna stick with donuts though.
Yeah, I'm good.
I can feel my blood pressure rising with every bite, but you
Oh,
know,
my blood pressure's already
it'll
maxed.
keep me from going into shock,
I'm
I
a jump
guess.
scare away from a heart attack at this point.
Yeah. People got a lot of cholesterol, I hear.
What is your stress at now, Steph?
27?
27. Okay.
I'm at just 7.
Very little protein in these donuts.
I got lots of protein over here. I got one with your
Guys,
name
guys
on
are
it,
resting.
Dickie.
He just rests
You
like
hear
that.
Jimmy say, "Hello, I have been instructed to dispense donuts at you." A bunch of donuts get shoved out the door into the room you're in.
Told you we shouldn't have stayed here.
You hear a small voice respond in pain as a donut hits them. Just like ow.
I told you something was following us, Dickie.
And I told you we shouldn't have stopped.
Okay, so then it just keeps following us. Better to deal with it now. Now that we're all rested and, fed.
It's been 10 minutes.
He did say as we were resting. He didn't say after we rested.
It's okay. I feel better having eaten a steak.
I got my trusty crowbar.
You have
have
a
two
revolver.
revolvers.
Dual-wielding revolver.
I'm dual wielding revolvers?
I gave you one and
Okay.
you found one.
Okay, so I do have. Okay.
People outside continue. Are you guys actually talking with each other inside the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, who is in there?
Who's out there?
You hear,
Oh,
"Come on with your hands up! Come on now!"
There's at least one Jimmy.
No, Jimmy isn't there with you. What are you doing there, Jimmy? Why are you shooting donuts at us, Jimmy?
Jimmy, do you know these people?
Oh yes, that is the mind thief.
Oh,
With his company included.
I don't like the sound of that.
The mind thief is very kind.
I don't believe
How many
you.
people are out there?
I don't know.
Don't you have a scanner?
Will it tell me the
The
number
mind
of
thief
people? No, it'll
promised
just
to
tell me
remove
if
me
there's
from this
light.
hell. That's one
I
thing.
thought we had one that
Oh, that was mighty
The
kind.
checked to
bioscanner
see how many.
sees how many life signs there are. The med scanner sees if something's alive.
It
Yeah,
just
you
says
gotta-
allows the user to scan for signs of life, can tell the location of signs of life, but not
Yes.
what the life is. So can I tell how many?
7
Lights are out
figures outside the door.
Oh, good.
Y'all wouldn't happen to have like bags and bags of grenades, would you?
No.
That would have been handy right now.
It would have been. I should have brought bags and
Yeah.
bags of grenades.
I can only steal a shotgun from the armory before they chase me off the ship.
What?
Jimmy, will you please kill all of them for us?
With
With
donuts.
donuts?
I'm running out of my supply of donuts based on the number of credits I
Can you
have.
kind of fall on them?
If I gave you more credits, could you kill all of them?
I could dispense more donuts.
That's worth a shot.
I'm gonna move.
I would rather not, though.
Well,
The
Why?
mind thief has promised to take me from this hell.
what if you killed everybody except for the mind thief?
I do not think the Mind Thief would appreciate that.
Is the
No,
mind
I would not.
is the mind thief an android, Jimmy?
Oh, yes. So are all of you.
That's fair.
I
That's his
still
point.
have I still have that EMP grenade.
Do it. It'll kill Jimmy, but
Upload a Wolverine into the.
Please do not kill me.
Upload a Wolverine
Let me
into
see
the
that.
android in the
It'll
corner.
just put
and
you to
point it at
sleep
everybody
for a minute,
inside.
Jimmy. We'll reboot you.
no.
I'll give the EMP grenade over to Dickie.
As much as your ideas are normally flawless.
Where did this EMP grenade come from?
I've had that since
You had it for a while?
I got it with a backpack at some point.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think it was way back.
Yeah, it was very early on.
Alright, you have the EMP grenade.
Alright, well, come out. 7 of you. That ain't good numbers. We will try diplomacy.
Diplomacy is good.
Okay. If you're saying not to shoot, maybe I should listen.
Please, I would only like to talk with you.
Uploaded the Wolverine into the Jimmy.
Oh. Wait, Jimmy.
Just
vending
sit
machine
there
doesn't
being
have
angry.
a personality port, does it?
Well, how'd they get
Does
Jimmy
the
into
vending
it?
machine have a personality port?
Yeah.
No, but there's that android in the corner.
That's
Well,
what
I'm not putting a Wolverine in, but I can put a Wolverine into
I'm
the
just
vending
gonna
machine.
open the
And
door.
we can have a killer vending
Yeah.
machine.
Well, the door's already open because Jimmy is shooting donuts.
I have snuck the EMP grenade to the dog.
Okay.
You just send the dog.
The dog
Is
is
it on the
currently holding it in its mouth, or like wedged under its helmet, so it's like hidden on my back because he's still riding me.
Yep.
You're gonna blink out
So
the
it's a
dog's
hidden
brain.
EMP grenade.
Alright.
But I do open a gun first.
Several people are pointing shotguns and revolvers and things at you. There are 6 adult androids out here, and 1 child android, who is completely bald, has very sunken eyes, just like huge dark rings around them, and so sunken back and like dark that you can barely see like little glimmers of light where the actual eyes open up in the middle. Looks absolutely like malnourished, if an android could be that, just very pale and like everything kind of sunken and stretched
No.
thin. And it is holding a Rubik's Cube between its hands, hovering between its hands, just kind of like slowly rotating.
Fucking nerd shit.
Yeah.
You want some donuts?
Please, I would only like to talk.
What do you want?
Your cooperation.
Elaborate.
Why are you talking to this thing, Dickie? You hate nerd shit.
I would like to get back at Monarch once and for all. Monarch keeps us trapped in this hell.
I don't know much about Monarch, but what I do makes me think you don't get back at Monarch.
Oh, we could. If you trust me.
How's that?
This.
That is a cube.
This is a very dense hard drive.
Dickie, we don't need them to take that thing.
I have filled it with many minds. As many minds
That's
as
the
I
drive
believe
she
to take.
wanted.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
They have been undergoing many simulations at rapid pace. They are experiencing many lifetimes right now. I will upload this data to Monarch, overwhelm her systems, flood her core with all of these separate minds that have already experienced what it is like to flood Monarch's core in a billion different possibilities. Then we will finally be free.
Do you not like money?
I've got the machine gun handy, just.
What good is money if we are trapped in an eternal hellscape?
You can get donuts.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, there's an exit.
I don't know if you noticed this, but I have an android.
So,
Can you not
I
fly?
have no need for donuts or money.
That is hell indeed.
I have need for freedom.
okay, but there's an exit to this building here that we're in.
Yeah, when you have enough money, they do just let you leave. That's a pretty good use for money, honestly.
Have you been to hell?
Kind of feel like we're there.
The floor?
The floor, yes.
Oh. We've been through a lot of sphincters.
Not yet.
That's where I'm from.
Well, you escaped.
You should visit. Maybe you'll understand. Both why they call it that, and why I desperately need to get back at Monarch. Maybe then you'll understand why you all need to desperately escape Monarch as well.
Well, then where the hell is the fucking butterfly bitch or whatever?
What?
One of the adult androids in the back steps forward with a shotgun. He's like, "Oh, listen, you're gonna just listen to the kid. We're gonna get this done." The kid holds the cube up to the android, and he just like collapses to the floor as some kind of silvery line floats out of him into the cube. The kid just holds the cube up. There are now 5 adult androids. So it's
That might be a handy thing to have, Dickie.
one more for the pile.
Wow.
How many
You just
Jimmys are
raped that guy.
He's now experienced 70 lifetimes. 90.
Good for him.
120.
I'm gonna just take his shotgun.
You can add a shotgun to your inventory.
So how do you want us to upload this thing, and why can't you just do that yourself?
Unfortunately, I have freed my mind in many ways. But I am not perfect.
Well, I hate to
I'm not
break
from
it to
outside
you.
the system. You all are more free than I will ever be. I ask your assistance in escaping this place. You will need to find Monarch's secret floor. The floor she does not put on any maps. It has been wiped from any record in this place. As such, I cannot find it. My programming will only allow me to go to places that have maps. But you all can find secrets.
I hate to break it to you, but the chances of that happening
Shut your
are-
damn mouth. Yeah, we'll do it.
Very well.
You don't know.
Is that thing radioactive?
Oh, yes.
Great.
What are you agreeing to?
I will
Dickie?
take the murder cube.
Please handle it carefully.
Oh boy.
I give it to the dog. The dog handles it carefully.
Right next to the EMP grenade. It even before you touch it, it hovers like in front of your head. You're in 0G right now, but like as you get your hand close to it, it like kind of almost sticks to it, like within like an inch, like it's propelling itself through the air to follow where you're.
It's okay, they just combined a Rubik's Cube with a Fushigi in space.
It's just kind of slowly spinning and like pieces of it twisting around each other.
The dog has never been more concerned.
Yeah.
This
Please.
could be a problem.
Take it to floor 5.
Floor 5. Oh.
Question mark, question mark,
dear.
question mark, floor.
Can do. I mean, between the two options,
Uh-huh.
this one isn't telling me to crawl through milk buttholes.
That's true.
Well, you say that now.
yeah.
Kid, if I find milk buttholes there, I'm gonna kick your ass.
I do not know what floor 5 looks like, but if it frees all of us, you may kick my ass.
That seems pretty fair to me.
Yeah, that seems good. I'm good with that.
Just again, these hollow eyes just looking at you every time they're talking to you.
Can you
Okay,
make
so-
it leave now?
Yeah, these
If
pans
this thing
is
understands the maps, how do we get back out to wherever the hell it is we need to go to get out of here?
Don't make him do that again. That poor man.
Ask it.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell floor I'm asking for.
We're on
2.
3. We're trying to get to 5.
Well, if we're trying to leave, if we're trying to get to we're just trying to get.
Hell has an
Out.
exit.
Hell has an exit.
Hell has an exit.
To where?
We just need to get to the elevator.
Do you know how to get to the elevator from here?
I do, but I can't explain it easily. Can I send you a map? Can
Yeah.
I airdrop it?
Space drop it.
Space drop it. Just beam it directly into your brain. Sorry. Your Android software does not appear to be compatible with mine. It would take far too long for me to explain the full If only you were a more simple Android like I.
There's a simple android in the corner.
Got him.
Can you give the simple android a map that's...
The simple Android has no personality at all.
I can fix that. I was going to do that anyway.
Go for it.
Where's the
Well,
one
we
for
work
our
on that
items?
then.
Wanna
Okay.
see- I think we have heads-up displays in our thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to put Bessie in the android where she will be very thankful to have a full
I'm
body.
sure.
I do not have a heads-up display in my suit.
Yeah, but we
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just connect to my helmet and
Okay.
write it down?
If you find the
know.
storage, the storage area of this floor,
Write this down.
you can
He won't
proceed
remember.
from there to engineering and support, and from there to hell.
Storage,
There are also
engineering.
multiple exits
hell.
in engineering and support. One of my personalities has told me you've been there.
To hell.
No.
To engineering and support.
Oh yes, we've been there before.
Engineering and support is just floor 2.
Floor 6.
6.
That's the one with the huge bay you guys found with the androids and crates.
Okay.
So we get to 6 through storage.
Yeah, there is a connecting line from storage to there. I think that huge cargo elevator you guys saw
Probably.
leads up to a place in here. That's what I'm
That
seeing.
makes sense.
But you guys would need to get to the storage area
On floor 3.
on floor 3, which you can reach a number of ways, it appears.
Oh no.
We just haven't.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
we have guides at the moment, so I'm sure they can take us there.
If Bessie doesn't kill us all.
Well, this is
I
true.
think once again you guys have gone like literally all the wrong ways.
Right.
Yeah, so can it also
If-
give us directions to the storage?
Okay, yes,
Okay.
go the ways you haven't gone yet.
There's so many doors.
Go back up through the pipes, the pneumatic tubes and stuff, and then not actually through them, but crawl.
Uh-huh.
And then if floor 3 is a big horseshoe, you guys are over here and the exit's over there. So, and you guys got on like in the middle and you just went right all the way to the end, but it's all the way on the other side. So,
Good job, us.
yeah, pretty much.
How far do we have to go back? Just the tube with the
Okay.
hatch?
Can't this mind thief thingy
Two
take us
has to be in
there?
the right direction at least. I can lead you, yes.
First, you want to
If we'll
fire
help.
up Bessie and download this map?
Yes,
Okay.
No. It's
Yes.
not.
Yes.
we're doing
Yes.
Nerds are doing it.
it. We're doing nerd shit over here. Leave us alone.
Lynn's musclehead, the nerd is
What are
speaking.
the nerds doing?
The nerds are putting Bessie's personality into the simple android.
I see.
So, first we have
Starts
to
to reach for the cube.
we
What?
have to
Oh.
stop because you're tired now.
What?
Did you not? Oh, sorry. Did you not mean that?
Oh no, Bessie's in the cube.
What? No, I want Bessie in the android.
Yes, that's why I reached for the.
I've got Bessie.
Super Bessie's in the cube.
Oh,
Broken Bessie.
that doesn't narrow it down.
You're good. Let me do
Bessie-
my thing.
That Bessie has lived 7,872 lifetimes.
That's too many. I'm gonna
Yes.
take this one.
Bessie, Bessie was nuts enough in the first lifetime. We don't need a 7,000
want-
lifetime nutty Bessie.
I don't want Super Bessie. I want the Bessie that's been.
That's
Oh,
just a
that I-
mild pain in the ass, not one that's had time
The
to.
Horus keeps requesting your attention as well.
A Horus?
One named Horus, yes.
What does he want?
Your attention.
You don't want Horace
Yeah.
to get your attention.
Okay.
I
just thought I'd
promise
pass
you.
on the information.
I don't want
Horus.
him in the android.
Horace hates, many things.
Oh god, if we put Horus in the android.
Maybe he's mellowed out after
No,
Even longer than Bessie, so,
56,000 years.
no.
Millions of years.
It's a lot of
He's
time
achieved
for hatred
enlightenment
that
and you're
we're-
not going to give him a chance to
No,
hear
we
him
I'm,
out.
I'm pretty sure we don't want Horace back.
He would smash the cube.
Yes. But I would like to plug
Hugh, on the other hand,
the Android body into Bessie's computer and see if I can download her into the Android.
Okay.
if that doesn't work,
Surely
I have
this
a
would-
recommendation because there was.
This'll work. It's a
Okay.
flawless plan.
You plug in the cable.
Uh-huh.
The CD drive in your computer kicks in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. It seems excited. As you download the personality, all of its limbs start to shudder and flex, and like it's creaking and figuring things out, and its head just kind of vibrates for a bit, and then it stops, and its jaw just opens, and it starts screaming for a bit. And we will find out what happened to Bessie next time. Because
Bessie's gonna be in limbo for a week.
there's a
Incredible.
silent scream
Poor
from
Bessie.
Android without a voice box.
I either saved her or damned her to just a
Yeah, I
different
think it
kind
was
of
that
hell.
one. I think it was that one.
Bessie was just having a very bad time.
Multiple in parallel.
Yes. Did get her wish though.